So about a couple of days ago, a friend of mine came over to hang out, and while showing him some recent work, we ended up watching Rolling Bomber Special. He hadn't seen it, so I was all kinds of stoked to show him, not only because it's one of my favorite shorts of all time and a standout tokusatsu parody, but because of how it ends. Which we aren't going to talk about here. Forget statute of limitations, let people experience things at their own pace, for fuck's sake. Rolling Bomber Special was part of the SMOP short film series, a bunch of quick-fire movies that featured the aforementioned Johnny's headliner boy band, and aired on their TV show SMOP SMOP. The bunch of them were helmed by several blossoming music video and film directors, like Survive Style 5's Gen Sekiguchi, and Katsuhito Ishii, who would later make The Funky Forest and Redline. The short entitled Rolling Bomber Special was directed by Tetsuya Nakashima, who previously had worked with SMOP for the NTT Gatchaman campaign spots. Older stateside anime fans may know him for directing the film Kamikaze Girls, but he would properly make a name for himself internationally in 2014 with The World of Kaneko. Rolling Bomber Special revolves around Shingo Katori, playing the role of Shintaro Katori, a kind of listless young person who finds himself suddenly confronted with Earth Task Force freshmen, who absolutely fail in their attempts to subdue him using the aforementioned finisher. Hilarity ensues. On a basic level, it's all-around weird fun. The color palette is in your face, the freshman costumes and places like Shintaro's room are absolutely gaudy and over the top. And even still, there's enough being put down that whether you're Toku or even just Power Ranger savvy, you'll get hooked in immediately from the first big laugh. And to me, that's the beauty of a well-done short film. Rolling Bomber Special just works, and even better, it works without totally being mean-spirited or insulting the wheelhouse it pulls from. For me though, Rolling Bomber Special is just this nice sliver of late 1990s to early aughts J-pop that just feels right at home. That specifically, it fits right into that period where cool Japan was really coming to the forefront and creators could just get away with what felt like anything. Stuff like pretty much anything on Vermilion Pleasure Night, Wild Zero, Survive Style 5, Party 7, Battle Royale, popular hits of the Showa era, I think just about anything Takashi Miike put out. The bulk of these are projects that are equal parts bonkers yet captivating. The kind of stuff you'd snag on accident from LimeWire and pulled up to show your friends. And that, to me, is really the fun of Rolling Bomber Special, sharing it with people. Heck, one of my favorite memories was showing it to a standing room only crowd at Anime Central a couple of years ago.
Everybody!
I don't know if you could make this short today. Never mind that the ending twist would immediately become a meme and be spoiled on Twitter within minutes of its release. Rather, it's because Rolling Bomber Special came out during the tail end of the lost decade, a stagnant period in Japan where, after the bubble economy burst in the 1990s, you had this generation of young people who found out that the jobs they had been promised suddenly didn't exist anymore. An entire generation that was now struggling to figure out their new place in this kind of crap sack reality. So Shintaro being forced to come to terms with himself and really find out what his true identity really is, kind of feels like it's hitting on the nerve of that. Granted, I could be overthinking this read, but it also doesn't feel like I'm grasping at straws entirely either. But really what it comes down to with Rolling Bomber Special is that it's an experience. It's a wild and fast ride in the best of the SMOP short films. I mean, it's the one that we're still talking about to this day. And it's not to crap on the merit of the other ones. I mean, they're still pretty good in their own right. But this one just stuck out. If you haven't seen it by now, as soon as you're done watching this, take 5 minutes out of your day to just fire it up on YouTube, put it on the biggest screen of the house, turn the volume up, and brace yourself.